Hello, welcome to Web of Stories. My name is Melinda. It's Wednesday, Wednesdays with Will, and this is take like 7, because things. I just did almost this entire video without recording after I had done other ones that I had to restart. Just for context, I'm actually filming this on January 18th, which is day 5,000 of being stuck in the house with my kids and snow and family. And it's got to get better. It's got to melt. Just saying. I'm a little stir crazy. Anyway, Wednesdays with Will, this is part of my ongoing project to work through all of Shakespeare's plays. Now, I have just started this project. So I am on play 1 of this project. And this play, which I have chosen randomly, is The Winter's Tale. Now, if you go back and watch last week's video, I have a playlist for all my Bardroom videos, and I will link to the playlist down below. I think I can link the playlist. I'll go. Anyway, that'll be down below. You can just go and see it on there. I talk a little bit about the history of the play, and I give a synopsis of the play as I understood it when I read it. This is a crazy play. It's just crazy. I will say, though, upon watching it, there were things that I had either misunderstood when I read or forgotten. Nothing big. Nothing big. I have the stories generally correct in that. Now, as for production, what did I see? I have a subscription to Broadway HD, and I thought that they had a production of every Shakespeare play. And not every. I found that one out. They don't have every Shakespeare play. They do not have this one. And there's probably a couple other ones they don't have. So we'll just have to kind of work at that as it goes along. So I went searching, and I was only able to find that I had access to one production. And that was a recording of a production at the Barbican Theater by the Royal Shakespeare Company. So it's like they're on stage performing, there's an audience, all that, done in 1999. So that's a product. Now, Royal Shakespeare Company, it's going to be a great production because these are like premier actors of the world. I didn't know any of these actors. Some of them looked a little familiar, but when I go to their names, I don't recognize any of these people. So there wasn't any known names in this, but they were all very good. I will say it's not anyone's fault. It's just what it is. The recording quality was really bad. So that was not great, but whatever. So this production, it plays it pretty straight. And when I say straight, what I mean is, it may not, so it looks like it's kind of set in Victorian or Edwardian times just based on costumes. But other than that, there's nothing that really was probably that much different except for women play women than would have been in Shakespearean times. I have and will be seeing shows at the Portland Center Stage Shakespeare productions. I've seen one. I saw Midsummer Night's Dream last summer, and I will be seeing another, which I will talk about at a later date, this spring. They tend to go a little bit more, they'll play with things. Yeah, so which is fine. That's always interesting to watch, but this particular production did not do that. So there you go. The sets were fairly simple, which was fine. I don't really care. You don't usually need that much for sets. I think some plays you do. Like A Midsummer Night's Dream, you need enough of A Midsummer Night's Dream to get the atmosphere, but this one you really don't. Performances were all good. When it comes down to it, though, I still, you know what? There's a reason why this play isn't as known. It is just kind of a strange play. I cannot see any production where they would do something like put it in modern day or something like that, because it doesn't really, there's nothing in it that seems very universal. Let's put that there. I even after watching this, I still don't know why Leontes went crazy and thought his wife was sleeping around. I don't know why. And I don't see how any production could explain that because that's just the way the show is written. So that brings me to one thing I did want to address. So in my last video, I talked about how I had a rating system, and one of those was importance. And the way I defined that was after I've read this, how important do I think it is? I've changed that. So I've changed that to what I see this. So I am rating a show on how likely after watching a production on television, how likely am I to see a production of this live? 1 would be no. 2 would be only under specific circumstances. Like if there's something specific that would make me want to see it. Like, I don't know, major star was in it or something like that. 3 is maybe if it's around, I'm not going to make an effort. 4 is yes. If it's in my area and I can easily see it, yes, I will go see it. I want to see it. I will make an effort to get tickets to it. 5 is I would be willing to travel to see this. So that one, which I'd given a 3 for importance, because I just started thinking I didn't really need that with reputation. So I gave this a 3 for importance, but I changed it to a 2 for what I see it. Would I go see a live production of this? There'd have to be a reason for me to go see it at this point. And I don't know what that reason would be, but this was not, it was almost, I think my reading of it was more enjoyable just because it was so weird. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, what is this? But once I know the story, it's not as interesting to me, honestly. Now, I will say there is a production I do want to see, and it's not a live production. I mean, it is a live. It's not me going to a theater and seeing a live production. When I was looking for this production, I came across the existence of another production. It is directed by Kenneth Branagh, and Kenneth Branagh plays Leontes. Not that I have any faith that he would still be able to make it, so it made sense why Leontes goes crazy. But he's Kenneth Branagh. You know, he's a great Shakespearean actor. That's what he's known for. But even more, Paulina, who is the heart of this play. Like, Paulina is the reason to see this play because she's awesome. Paulina is played by Dame Judi Dench. This was done in like 2015, I think, or 2016. And I'll put a link to the trailer down below. So this was filmed, looks like it was performed to be filmed. It was directed to be filmed. Unlike what I saw, which was a stage production that they had just filmed. This was like directed to be filmed. And, you know, it's like a good almost 20 years older, so the production value is better. And I want to see this, but I can't. I have looked everywhere where I can stream it, anywhere where I might be able to buy a copy, nothing. Now, the trailer references at some point that it was in theaters in like 2017, maybe. So, but I don't know if it was just in the US, I mean in the UK, or if you could see it in the US, but whatever. But I want to see this. This is probably why The Winter Sale got a 2 instead of a 1 on Would I See This, because I will see this production if I can find it. I just, I want to see it very badly. Anyway, there you go. So that's my whole thing with The Winter's Tale. I can now say that I have read it and I have seen it. I'm hoping by my next Wednesdays with Will, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, so I have some time. I will have a chance to read The Gap of Time by Jeanette Winterson, which is a retelling, and then do kind of a review on that. I need to finish a book first before I can start that one, because it's a library book situation. And anyway, the snow it's just in the year of our Lord 2024, our lives should not be disrupted by weather like this. Anyway, that is my hope. So then that would be the last Wednesdays with Will for January, and then we'll start again in February. The February play has already been chosen, and that is The Merry Wives of Windsor. So that is that's what's coming up. If you are interested in following along, or maybe even joining along with this, join my Discord. The information is down below. On there, we have a thread called The Bard Room, which is where we're talking about this. So it's a place to discuss the Shakespeare plays, and you don't have to commit to doing them all. You can just jump in whenever and jump in, jump out as you would like. Or if you just want to read the discussions, you can go ahead and do that. But anyway, that information is down below. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.